What's happening guys, Deebuk here. The game is finally out everywhere, so I decided to give my first impressions of the game. Now I've constantly been back and forth whether I like this game or whether I find it disappointing. When I first played the game I actually really enjoyed it, but having played it more I realised my style of football was so heavily nerfed I was a bit disappointed, but I've come to terms with it now and I'm having a lot of fun. Let's talk about the most important aspect of the game, the gameplay. Now speed wise, the speed is slightly faster than a demo that we all play, but nowhere near as fast as FIFA 15. The game doesn't require you to do everything at 100 miles per hour, but actually requires you to take more time and try to play a bit of football. The game speed actually feels similar to Pro Evolution, funny enough. As with passing, this is where it's changed the most. The A pass has been heavily nerfed. It seems that using the A pass to pass forward in tight spaces will not work anymore. 8 times out of 10 the ball will not travel to where you want it to go, or the ball will just get intercepted. This sucks for someone like me who is used to possession football. Whilst it doesn't matter if you're using Iniesta or Messi, it seems that the A pass is always a struggle. However, EA have introduced driven passes in this game. You can do this pass with any player, but not all players can control it, especially defenders. In tight spaces, the only players that I found that are able to control the ball is the elite players such as Ronaldo, Messi and Suarez. When receiving a driven pass, you can actually control the ball where you want it to go, which can be used for nice setups like this goal I scored. Now if I played an A pass to Messi, he probably would have ended up losing the ball. Shooting is another area where EA has turned it down. Gone are the days where you can just hoof it and expect the ball to go in. EA have made power shots a little bit harder and buffed up finesse shots. Don't get me wrong, you can still score your bangers, but it's just a bit harder. Most of my games have been season mode, as I enjoy that the most, as it's a true representation of the game, unlike Ultimate Team. I found a lot of people finding the transition to FIFA 16 difficult. For example, players like myself who are used to possession football will not be able to play that way comfortably. Players who relied on skill are also struggling as EA have toned down the effectiveness of skills. As for the sweaty players, well, they're really struggling as they can't run from kickoff anymore and they can't just rely on pace. However, sweaty players being the worst players in the community, they have now evolved into sweating, crossing motherfuckers. EA for some reason have made crossing and heading insanely OP, so expect a lot of runs down the wing by Bell crossing it to far post for Ronaldo, just a quick heads up. Another game mode I've tried is clubs. Now in theory clubs should be great in FIFA 16 as it's about trying to play the game, but in reality it's a mess. EA have completely neglected clubs once again and have not made any improvements from last year. As for randoms, if Messi is struggling with an A pass, you can only imagine how a random deals with it. As for the keepers, which EA supposedly said they fixed, well yeah. Overall, FIFA 16 has completely changed the feel of the game. Although many people argue all they do is change the music and the menu from different games, the game does feel much different. I'm sure a lot of people will be complaining about the changes, but it all means that we've got a new game to get used to. If not, we've always got PES, right? Which actually beats the FIFA 16 in the reviews. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be doing a new series on FIFA 16 where I'll be giving tips on how to get good at FIFA 16 and how to become a Division 1 player. I've also got my FIFA big goals coming up this week. Follow me on Twitter at D_Buck, check out the other social media in the description below, and make sure you check out our limited edition t-shirts. Peace.